Christian vocation is a call to become the light of the world and the salt of the earth. Mother Theresa once heard that the temple priest was down with a contagious disease. No one dared to go near him. But Mother walked to the temple and carried the priest in her arms, took him home and nursed him till he got completely well. As he was recovering, he looked at the face of Mother and said, "For 23 years I have been worshipping God in the temple, but today I have seen God face to face." He was illuminated by the kindness of Mother Theresa. There is a story about a monk who found a scorpion drowning in the river. He picked it up. It stung him. He dropped it. He tried to pick it up again. It stung him again. The monk continued to try to save the scorpion from drowning. The other monk asked him, "Brother, why do you keep trying to save that scorpion? It stings you every time you try to save it." He said, "It is the nature of the scorpion to sting, but my nature is to save." The nature of a Christian disciple is to save. In the Gospel according to St. Mathew chapter 5, verse 13, Jesus said to his disciples, "You are the salt of the earth, but if salt has lost its taste, how its saltiness will be restored?" In the same chapter, in verse 15, Jesus said, "You are the light of the world." There is nothing more useful than salt and light. During the Bible days, salt was more expensive and was very rare. It was something valuable and difficult to do without. A little salt can add flavor to a large amount of food. In the same way, a small lamp can light up the whole room. As Pope Francis said, Christians must be salt and light, but never self-serving. Salt must add flavor, and light must illuminate the other. As believers, we have the responsibility to be light to the world. Jesus said, "Let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father in heaven." From the human point of view, research has shown that when we show kindness, it sets off positive physical reactions in our bodies. When you help someone or do an act of kindness, the love hormone oxytocin and natural painkillers endorphins are released, and people have more confidence and energy. Through prophet Isaiah, the Lord reminds the people that through kindness their light will rise in darkness. In the book of prophet Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 10, we read, "If you pour yourself out for the hungry and satisfy the desire of the afflicted, then shall your light rise in the darkness and your gloom be as noonday." Kindness makes us shine in darkness. In the Jewish wisdom teachings of Jesus' day, salt was also often seen as a metaphor for wisdom. Interestingly, the phrase "loses its saltiness" comes from the Greek word moraino, which means to become foolish or insipid. Jesus' wisdom is foolishness to the world. The whole of the Sermon on the Mount is the wisdom of God. God's wisdom is that whoever wants to save their life will lose it, and whoever loses their life for my sake will save it. St. Paul, in his letter to the Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 5, says, "My speech and message were not in plausible words of wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of power, so that your faith might not rest in the wisdom of men, but in the power of God." And the wisdom of God is emptying oneself for the sake of others. So, to be salt and light would mean to possess the nature of God. That is to seek the way of self-offering that flows from God's abundant love. Let us seek to possess the nature of God so that we also may become salt of the earth and light of the world. Let us proclaim with the psalmist, "A light rises in the darkness for the upright.